I was doing wrong. I'd set it to screencast. I don't know why or how. I think I just pressed the button a bit wrong. I hope people are here now. I hope people are here now. I hope people are here now. Is anybody here? Top chat. All chat. Live chat. That's what I want. I want live chat. I want to see you here. Is there anybody here? Is it just me here? I just brushed my hair. Can you tell? It's all flat. Very, very flat. So there's one person here. I did something wrong. I set it all wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello again, Fox. I am here. I am here. I am here. I am here. Whoopsie. I'm dropping things everywhere. Yes, I've had quite a week. Still no Doctor Who. My mum says when it's on. Is it on next week? It's not on. It's on the 11th of April. Hello. Happy blessed Sunday to you too and whatever. Fox, Chase, Philip. Fox, Chase, Philip. That's it. Run, Dick, run, run. Dick, Jane. Did you do, which books did you do? There's like, Dick and Dora. They were the books that we read when I was a kid. I know there's Dick and Jane as well. Hello. Thank you, Terry. Welcome back. I've worked out what was going wrong. It was just I'd screencast it by mistake. There's a little setting that I'd never seen before where you can just slide it across, and I must have accidentally slid it across. But now I know if I need to screencast anything and talk about anything or do some sort of Twitch-like stream where I'm playing a video game, that's what I can do. But I'm probably not going to do that. That was just weird. Very weird, very weird. So I've been out and about this week. I went to Newport and I went to Cardiff and I stayed overnight in Cardiff. Now, it turns out, thank you, it turns out, right, last month the cap on travel in this area was £8.80, right? So I thought they're going to cap it. You tap in and you tap out. And I did that and I went to Newport and I went to Cardiff and I stayed overnight and they did cap me on Thursday, but they capped me at £9.50 because it's gone up 70p since last year, which would have been bad enough on its own, but they didn't cap me on Tuesday or Wednesday, so they charged me £17.80 just to go to Newport, which is not far away, and then they charged £16.50 to go to Cardiff, which is actually further away. So I've complained, but I don't know whether they'll ever give me my money back. So I'm very, very upset about that. That's £51 on. I can't afford that. £51 on travel just up the road, and the equivalent would be about £14 if I was in London. And they say London's expensive. It's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. They better give me some of my money back. They're supposed to be capped. I can't believe that it's gone up 70p, the cap, since last month. But one thing I did notice is they've got a new thing where you can get, if for £13.50, I'm going to get it in advance rather than pay as you go though. If for £13.50, you can also use the local trains. Not that there's a train station near me, but it means that you can use that as well. So there's options. I can go all over the place. So I can go anywhere in South Wales, if I think about it. But I'm not using pay-as-you-go again. I've learnt my lesson. Because if it's £9.50, if you get an advance and you know you go in loads of places and you've got a paper ticket, it's like, paper! This is the way of the future! But the thing is, it's Stagecoach, which run all the Oyster and the buses and stuff. The buses in London are mostly Stagecoach. So you would think that their technology for tapping in, I mean, you only have to tap in London. You don't have to tap out as well. I mean, you do in the tubes, but not in the buses. So, and I think that it's probably gone up, but it's still not a £5 for the buses for the whole day. It might be a £5 now. I haven't been there for like 5 months. It's probably £1 million by now. Oh! Did you see in the news? Llanhilleth. Well, actually, Pontypool and New Inn is the nearest, I think. but I still have to get a bus to get there. And it's not a bus from my house, so I'd have to get 2 buses to get to the train station. So it's like, well, that takes away the point, because I have to get 2 buses to get to Cardiff. Used to be 1 bus, used to be straight outside my house, and you could go all the way to Cardiff. But no, can't do that now. So you have to go to Cwmbran and then change. There used to be Pontypool even like 4 years ago, which is not, still a bus away. But now it's a far bus away. I mean, I can get a bus to Cwmbran from here. But then I have to wait, and you have to wait up to an hour. Now, I got to the junction, the place where I needed to change, and it was like, no, I've just missed the next bus to Cardiff. There's not another one for an hour. But luckily it was late, so I got on, and I was pretty much, there was one other person, and it stops a few places before Newport, and then it goes on the motorway, and it goes all the way to Cardiff. Now, on the motorway to Cardiff, there was only me and one other person, and it didn't really pick up anyone in Cardiff. I thought, this is what. But on the other side, it turns around and goes back, and there was people coming the other way, desperate to escape Cardiff. So that's interesting, because there's not actually a bus until like 5 o'clock to Pontypool, which is still a bus away from me. Oh, it's just hell, and they charged me so much. Now, what I did, because I was like grieving the money, and I don't know whether I'll see it back again, I was like, it's too much money, and it's not. I feel hard done by. When people scam me out of money, which is what they have done, I feel so aggrieved for the longest time. I'm just like, why? It has to be sorted. If it was a penny, if it was a pound, if it was £1 million, I feel the same way. So what I did, because I've because of the lack of money, I spent more money, because then it feels like I've got something for it. So I bought another mystery box. Like, I haven't bought one of those food mystery boxes for a while. So I got a 50p mystery box this time, which is cheaper than they usually are. But you have to buy other stuff for it to come. So obviously you have to buy other stuff. But I've got like crispy chickpeas and things, and some shampoo and things like that. So it's stuff that I need. Yeah, you can't argue with that, because then it's absorbed. It's like, I've spent this money, and that is my doing. It's my choice to spend this money, and I have something for it, and I decided this. So even if I never get the money back, I'm going to imagine that that's part of it, and I've just spent a bit more, and it's me that did it, and I don't feel like the universe is against me. I feel like I've got control over everything. I know it makes no sense, but control is what it's at. Control is what it's at. You need control, otherwise, where will you be? So that is what it is. You might notice that I've got a little bit of, I did some eyeshadow and stuff, and I wiped it off. I sort of like tried to recreate a filter thing on a different site, which, if you want to follow me on the different site, which begins with the T and ends with a K. Ok. A T, a ok. Anyway, I don't know what the algorithm's like, but while I was there, I was like, because my nails, I was noticing, oh my goodness, thank you, Fox. That's half my fare to Newport. You've compensated me. Thank you, Fox. Thank you. Yes. Anyway, the mystery box. I got a mystery box that had like cosmetics and stuff that I was never going to use. But I've been eating more healthily and eating vitamins and things. And I noticed that you're supposed to have like circles on the bottom of your nails, apparently. And I never did, but I noticed the other day that my cuticles have grown, and I didn't have cuticles, and I've got like little half circles on them, but my nails are a bit raggedy. And while I was looking around for this makeup, I found this stuff that you put on your nails to make your nails healthier. So there. So I'm going to have healthy nails. So that's something. That's good, isn't it? I've got healthy nails now, and stuff, and yes, and I found a brush, so I brushed my hair. I've had this for ages and ages. I don't even know where it came from. It's just, look at that. It's like, I like novelty things, so I was like brushing my hair, and I seem to have brushed my guitar as well. So yeah, so it all works itself out in the end. So everything is great if you've got control. Everything is awesome if you've got control. Everything is working out if you've got control. If you don't have control, it's rubbish. So you've got to have some control over life, even if it's not real, even if it's just strife, even if you think that it's not what it is, even if it's illusion, you've got to have control. Yes, you've got to have control over life. I've got grease all over my guitar now, I've just realised. It's rosy. Rose oil, that's what it is. Fan. Thank you, Fox. Fan. Hello again, Ringle. Yes. Did I go? Did you come again? Did you? Now I've made it greasy. I've messed up my guitar strings. Oh, maybe that's good. Maybe it's good for them having grease on them. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Yes, so as I was saying, Doctor Who is not until 11th of May, which is a long time, and I don't know where I'll be or what I'll be. I'm going to Birmingham in May, though, for a conference. I'm going to go to Birmingham, the exoticness of Birmingham. I have been to Birmingham before, but not for a long while. Now, maybe I can visit the places where they filmed that. This town, which is on now, which is all about ska, and stuff like that, and other things as well that aren't ska, because you have to have a bit of drama apparently. There's not just ska, a bit of tension and stuff like that. I don't know. You cannot underestimate the attraction has dragged me there, kicking and screaming. So it's like I had to have a vote. It's not a done deal. The place where I'm going, they had to vote to see who was going, and there was 3 people that possibly could have that put their names forward. I was like, am I going to go to Birmingham? Am I going to get voted to go to Birmingham? And I did. Oh, the excitement. I'm representing everyone of Wales. Not everyone of Wales. Some people from Wales. Yes, so this is good. I've been out and about and doing things and seeing things. I can't believe it. And did I say that I've been trying to lose weight because of the blood pressure and stuff? I thought that's probably, and I didn't think that I'd lost any because my scale works in kilograms and my brain works in pounds. So I thought, well, I haven't lost very much, but I worked out how many actual pounds it was before and how many actual pounds it is now. And I seem to have lost 9 pounds in 50 days. How unbelievable! Which is not many kilograms, it turns out. No filming in... I might film in Birmingham, but yes, I don't know. Because I'm only there on a flying visit. It's a sort of business trip. Then I might film some Birmingham. Is there anywhere in Birmingham I can go to that doesn't cost me £17.80? Because I've got to get there in the first place. I think I get my travel reimbursed. But then once I'm there, it's up to me. If I go anywhere where I'm there, that's up to me. So I use the £10 that Fox gave me. Yay! And then I'll go and see Birmingham. Courtesy of Fox. Thank you very much. La, 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 la. Nobody likes this video, which is very sad. La 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 la. I haven't got any thumbs up. I know that thumbs up are bad now, but I would like them anyway. Used to get emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. Yay. S3. It all works. Sad chords. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next month or so. I'm going to go to Birmingham and I went to Cardiff and I might go to Cardiff again. Oh, I feel so used. Yes. Yes. So I've got, I don't know what there is to see in Birmingham. There's surely a lot. This conference is near the art gallery, the Gallery of Art. Now I went to the art gallery in Cardiff the other month, and that's apparently gonna, that it's been threatened with closure in the last week or so. I probably mentioned that already. It's like, oh no, because somebody said it's going to cost like 4 million to sort out. It's like they've got like great works of art, right? They've got, my dad said when I went this week, you're going to go and see the Impressionist art, because they've got loads of Impressionists. And I'm like, no, because that was closed last time I went. Oh, no, exactly. Oh, no, don't close. But it was all closed last time I went. Because of the roof or something. Something needed to be fixed. But if they sell one Seurat, Georges Seurat, then he's got like the boys bathing. They used to be there, but might have been sold to somebody else. I think it might. I think there is at least one. Sunday in the Park with George fame. Sunday in the Park with George. Sunday in the Park with George. Something to do with the hat. That's during lockdown. Everyone was singing the song about the hat, like fixing a hat or making a hat. I can't remember what the song was, but everyone was going on about it. So it was a song of lockdown. It's like singing about a hat, making a hat. He was actually painting a hat. I think making a hat. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So I don't know. So if they sold one of those, did a crab write this? Sorry, I've got a comment on a different video that just popped up saying, did a crab write this? I am busy. I don't know what video that would be. I'll go back and go, what? It's probably some clever comment from somebody, but I don't know what it is because it's not here. But, you know, if you follow me on TikTok, then you can have a look at all the videos that are mostly vertical, but sometimes not. And decide. La 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 la. So yeah, all over the place I'll be here. People to see, things to do, all sorts of things. La 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 la. Very much fun. So I don't know, and I've got to plan my. Did I say that I've got somewhere to stay in Edinburgh now? Woohoo! Which is way out in Musselburgh, and so I've got to start thinking about my show. Shall I do the vegetable show? Oh, did I tell you I was writing the book? I was writing the vegetable book, and I haven't done anything this week because I'm busy, very busy, and I've still got things to do. But I should get back to that. And that I will put a little bit of the sort of the proto book on Patreon, but I'll probably work on it a bit more and release it with pictures and stuff to buy. But in the meantime, I'll see what I'll do with that. So that's something to do. So how's everybody been? Have you all had a good week or a bad week? Has it been a great week? I feel like there's been a hurricane somewhere. Oh no, I think what it is I've watched a lot of Fallout this week, so I feel like we're in the middle of a nuclear devastation. And we're all just sort of wandering around. A book about vegetables. It's a vegetable book. The vegetable book, the vegetable book, the vegetable book. There's other books that are also available through Patreon or through other places. Did I tell you that I asked the Google AI about me to write a biography of me, and it had no idea that I'd written anything. I was like, well, what a great life I've had. Is okra involved? It is indeed. But I have slightly changed that because I've realised, I know at the time somebody said that it was an offensive video, and I was like, shut up. I've made stupid comments about every vegetable, but I look back on the actual transcript and I went, so I've changed it slightly. Maybe some of these things need updating. Simpler times. You could say awful, terrible things and people would let you get away with it, but now you get cancelled, and quite rightly for that. Certain things. I was like, ooh. Is that funny, Elise? Is that really funny? I don't know. So I put more jokes in this book because I'm like, because I trusted the way that I used to write those is I think of the joke and I think of 2 steps away from the joke, and I think 7 steps away from the joke, and I do the joke that's 7 steps away from the joke, so that you would have to do all the work to work out what the actual joke originally was. Clever. No, he goes. there was no joke. It was like, but I know that it was. I know what the joke was. The trouble with that is people think that you've already thought of the joke, but then they go, aha, I've got a good joke. It's like, yes, that is actually embedded. It's like a little Easter egg inside the very core, the DNA of that thing that looks like it's not a joke at all. But you look far back and you see the genesis. Oh, that's scary. The genesis of that. I found out that I got a weird thing with my fingers the other day. Arachnodactyly. Spider fingers. Yes. Yeah, anyway, so I know people that get offended over jokes, whatever. But I was offended over the joke. I was like, I can't believe I wrote that. I don't think that's very funny. So that's the reason why. And I've thought of other funnier things that are maybe still a little bit sort of disassociated from the original joke, but still a couple of steps ahead, but I think are inherently more funny, and maybe there's a few more obvious gags in there as well. Just for a special extra Easter eggs. Special Easter eggs of actual jokes. Yeah, anyway, I've been thinking about that because, there's a thing on Netflix by somebody called Richard Gard, and I'm like, have I ever met him? Because I've met most people that are on the comedy circuit, and I should have come across him really because he's been, doing some of the same venues as me and in some of the same years as me, but he's been far more successful, so I'm like, yeah, so he's a lot more successful than me, and I don't really know how I've missed. I'm like, do I know him? So I'm definitely not the person who was. I haven't seen it, but apparently there's somebody that follows him about and does stuff. It's very annoying, and there's other people that do horrible things to him that I've heard about, but I haven't seen it. And it's definitely not me. I know it's not me because I've never met the man. If it was me, I'd admit it was me, but it's not me because I don't know anything about him. But what I did think is he's quite successful because I think he's knows himself and he's quite open and bare-boned and tells you about himself. And I suddenly realised today, I don't know why it's taken me so long, that probably the reason that I'm not so comfortable with stand-up, I did like stand-up, I haven't done it for a little while, but the reason that I never really got to grips with it is I don't really know who I am. One of the things you need is a persona in comedy, which is not you, but is a sort of uber you, or an extra you, or a sort of version of you. Now, the trouble is, because I don't know who me is, I can't have a version of me. So it was me, or it was me, but who I wasn't exactly clear. It was a little bit fuzzy, like I was fuzzy around the edges, and I think I probably still am, which is probably why the characters are a little bit of a better bet, because that is the weird thing, like, that is a bit strange, because I feel comfortable if I do a character and I don't even know who that, I might invent that character and the spur of the moment, and it's got a whole backstory. I know everything about that character. Everything about them from the very moment they first started to exist. I know everything about them. You start talking to me, and everything about them will come out. They will be created out of my head, like Zeus created a sin and death out of the head of Satan, I think, or they might have come from somewhere else on his body. Anyway, Zeus and Athena was it? Yeah. Poof. There you go. There's a creation. There you go. But me, myself, and I no idea who I am. So I was never going to be successful, because you have to have a version of yourself, and I don't know what the version of myself is. I've absolutely no clue. I've got a vague idea, but am I ready to tell people? I don't know, am I? Nobody knows who I am. Least of all me. So there you go. So that's probably why I wasn't really great at stand-up. I enjoyed doing it at the time. And that's it. People go, well, you're so brave. And you're like, nah, it's fine. But then you start not doing it and you're like, ugh. Do I want to go back to that? I sort of do. I would like to do stand-up again. But I'm just, I think the show that I was like, am I going to do a version of the vegetable stuff in Edinburgh. Am I going to do improvisation and just creating of this? Just what do you want? I'll do that then, which is what I was going to do. Or should I do some sort of stand-up? Or should I do something that's a little bit of all these things? And I've only got a couple of months now to sort it out, so I should probably get working on that. The thing is, I work best either everything without doing any preparation and then doing it, or doing a lot of preparation. But what I tend to actually end up doing is doing a little bit of preparation and then panicking and messing it up. So I know from personal experience that I have to do all or nothing. And nothing is easier because it all comes to you in a wad. This is it when like you're writing a novel or something like that and you're writing it as you're going along. It's improvisation, really. You work on it at a later date. You have to edit it and work on stuff, really. So your first thought's not necessarily the best thought, but then sometimes it is. And the thing is with improvisation is the first thought is the only thought, and you have to just go with it. So a little bit of preparation is a bad thing. But no preparation at all is absolutely splendid. Just go with whatever your brain says, because that's how things work. You create things and they come in. Yes, exactly. Off the cuff's the best way, Scott. Off the cuff, off the cuff. If you prepare in any way or shape or form, then it tends to go down the toilet pan. And that's not where you want to be. That's definitely not where you want to be. The toilet pan's a terrible place from comedy. It's quite funny sometimes, but you don't want to be stuck in the toilet, stuck in the toilet, stuck in the toilet, stuck in the toilet. You don't want to be stuck in the toilet. Or where would you be? Some comedians have quite a successful comedy career when they're stuck in the toilet. Ace Ventura was stuck in the toilet. Elvis was stuck in the toilet. That wasn't so successful. Maybe don't go there. Yeah, so don't go to the toilet. That is the secret to life. Stay away from the toilet. Stay away. Stay away. Yes, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so I need to work on not working on things. I need to work out who I am. Who are you? Derek Zoolander. I'm Derek Zoolander. Oh, I can do that now. I've lost all the weight. Ah, that's horrible. Don't do that. That's not quite a Derek Zoolander. That's more like a fish. Help, I'm a fish. That's a film, isn't it? Help, I'm a fish. Yes. I don't know who's in it. It might be an animated fish. I think it must be. Is it about a man who discovers he's a fish? Have I imagined that? I don't know. Heh. Anyway, so I've been here for half an hour, a little bit longer because I messed up and did the screencast where I just showed you my screen and there was a circle of me. I don't think that that's a very good way to do a screencast. I think there must be a better way than having a little circle and then accidentally showing your whole screen. I don't know, just call me a dreamer. I think there might be a better way. I'm not sure what it is though. So yes, so next week will still not be Doctor Who weeks. Next week will be still not even May. I actually got invited to go to Leicester again as well, and I might actually go to Leicester, which is the place of where I originated from, if indeed. Yeah. Anyway, that's when my parents were visiting a long time ago. And yeah, so and also of course I got a degree from the University of Leicester. And I never visited it, really. I went there once to see a Vic Reeves show, Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. But I didn't study there because I was at Nen College, Northampton, which was a satellite college which no longer really exists. Now it's the Northampton, University of Northampton or something. who still count me as an alumni, but so did the University of Leicester. Where am I? Who am I? You see why I'm so confused? Because the college where I got my foundation drama and did my A-levels is also not existing anymore. It went from being Pontypool College to Colin Gwent Pontypool to not existing at all. It doesn't exist. So, and then my university doesn't exist, and the then college doesn't exist, and the buildings don't exist, and they build new buildings. When does something become, yes, Theseus ship again, or Trigger's broom again, or definitely Theseus ship. Theseus ship. My Wikipedia page no longer exists. You're right, exactly. I wondered where you were. I was like, I don't have a university. I don't have a Wikipedia page. I don't have college. Don't have life. I don't have anything. I don't know what I'm doing. And that is the story of my life. Who are you? Who are you? I am nobody. Who are you? I am the personification of nothing at all in the world. Nothing at all is who I am. I have you. Very good. I have you. I have an audience, and there's at least 11 of you. 5 of you actually like me. One of them, Fox, lovely Fox, liked me enough to actually give me a little tip so I can pay for my fares that went over the limit this week. I can't believe they cost so much. Anyway, that softens the blow. So, maybe I'll work out who I am next week. I've got a weird accent. Where am I from? I don't even know. You see the problem? I can't even hold my accent in place. Where is it from? I don't know. I don't know anything about myself. I should do voice acting, except you have to know what you're doing with voice acting. You can't just do voices randomly. Or can you? I don't know. Anyway. Wow, speaking in tongues. It's a miracle. Anyway, I will see you next week, which again is still April as far as I know. And then after that, who even knows? La la la. So I'll be out and about anyway. So yes, have a good week. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you. No, I hope I don't get tucked. That tiny circle was a bit of a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I will take care. Thank you very much. See ya. Ooh, don't do that. Yeah.